Caitlin, the Humble Farm Girl, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make my Peppermint Mocha Coffee Creamer. This is a Trim Healthy Mama S recipe, which means it's full of good, healthy fats, and it's a wonderful start to your Christmas mornings. Okay, so what we're going to do first is mix our dry ingredients into our jar. So I love to mix up my coffee creamer in this pint mason jar. And I use the wider rim one. It just works really well for mixing it all together and then storing it, because I can just pop a lid on it and place it in the fridge and call it good. So in this jar, I have a tablespoon and a half of cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. I'm going to add a 4th cup of the Trim Healthy Mama collagen to add some protein to our morning coffee. Then I have a 4th cup of the Trim Healthy Mama Gentle Sweet, 3 pinches of mineral salt, and I love this coffee creamer because it's so simple just to throw together, but it feels kind of special. Okay, so I have all of my dry ingredients in here. So now I'm going to start adding my wet ingredients. So in this mason jar, it's another pint-sized mason jar, and it helps so much because it has little measurements on the side of the jar. So I can just measure out all my liquids here. I have a 1/2 cup of cream and a 1/2 cup of almond milk. So I'm just going to add this milk and cream to my wet ingredients, and I'm going to kind of stir as I'm adding it just so it doesn't clump. I am going to blend this at the end though, so it's not a big deal if it does clump a little bit. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so for this next part, you get to kind of play around with the flavors a little bit to customize it to your liking, which is really neat about this recipe. So I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now you can add more if you prefer a little bit more vanilla flavor than peppermint, but I like peppermint shine. So I'm just going to add a teaspoon, but you can add a teaspoon and a half if you'd like. Okay, then I do 3/4 teaspoon of peppermint extract, pure peppermint extract. Now you can do a little bit less if you don't quite love the peppermint flavor like I do. A 1/2 teaspoon. You could start with 1/2 teaspoon, then see if you prefer a little bit more. And then I'm just going to put a tablespoon of MCT oil. I use the Trim Healthy Mama brand of MCT oil. It's really great. Get all that goodness in there. So what we're going to do next is just blend everything together in our jar. And I like to use an immersion blender, and that's why I like the wide rim mason jar, because my immersion blender can fit right in there. I don't have to transfer it to anything. But if you would prefer to use just a regular blender, you can just pour this into your regular blender, blend it up, and then pour it back into your jar for storage. So super simple. I just put my blender on low, I stick it in here. Okay, so our Peppermint Mocha Coffee Creamer is blended and it's smooth. All of the cocoa lumps have been mixed in here. And so now I just brewed myself 8 ounces of coffee, and I'm going to try it out. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of the creamer into my coffee. I'm just going to mix it up. Okay, so we're going to give it a try here. Tastes like Christmas to me. It's a great start to my morning. Thank you for watching this tutorial on how I make my Peppermint Mocha Coffee Creamer. I hope that it brings you many cozy mornings. Merry Christmas, everyone!